Collegiate English. Today we would be seeing the poem Holy Sonnets Batter My Heart 3% God by John Donne. So let us proceed straight away into the poem. Batter my heart 3% God, for you as yet but knock, breathe, shine and seek to mend, that I may rise and stand, overthrow me and bend your force to break, blow, burn and make me new. I, like an usurped town to another due, labor to admit you, but oh, to no end. Reason your viceroy in me should defend, but is captived and proves weak or untrue. Yet, dearly I love you, and would be loved fain, but I am betrothed unto your enemy. Divorce me, untie, or break that knot again. Take me to you, imprison me, for I, except you enthrall me, never shall be free, nor ever chaste, except you ravish me. So this is the sonnet. Now let us see something more about the sonnet. Batter My Heart is one of the 19 sonnets Donne wrote after taking orders in the Anglican Church. It is also known as Divine Meditations. It was published in the first edition of Songs and Sonnets, 1633. It is a religious poem and it is written in Petrarchan verse. It is a sonnet and it is written in Petrarchan verse. The rhyme scheme is ABBA, ABBA, the octaves, and the sestet forms the rhyme scheme CDC, CDC. Meter is iambic pentameter, which is also known as blank verse. Now let us proceed into the analysis of the poem. The poet pictures an afflicted lover of God who is hurt because he is deviated from the holy path to the sinful path. He urges God to ravish his body and make him chaste. The poet prays to God in his threefold capacity as the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit to batter his heart and reshape it. God has knocked at him, blown his breath through his bellows, and lighted the fire of his love and mercy to purify and reshape him. But all these methods has ended without attaining the end. Therefore, God should overthrow the poet and bend his force to bend, break, blow, and make him new and free from sin. The poet is a plea for God to enter and take over poet's life. We can see that this sonnet moves or describes yet another three images. Now, using these three imagery, the poem, the sonnet is descriptive and also it gives the due meaning. The poem develops through three images. A potter or craftsman repairing a damaged vessel. Similarly, the poet wants God to enter into his life and break him maybe by violence and reshape him, just like a potter does a vessel. The second image is of military terms. He is like a town captured and being ruled by God's enemy, that is Satan. The poet, now an usurped town that owes its allegiance or due to someone else. He is frustrated that his reason, God's viceroy in the town of his soul, is captive to other forces and is failing to persuade him to leave his sins behind. He is angry with himself that his reason is not cooperating with his mind which wants to unite with the God, but then his reason is against that. Now he wants God to interfere, and he is using the term viceroy to describe reason. Now he wants God to mend his reason towards God's faith or to become God's disciple. Now, the third image is sexual. The poet compares himself to a woman who is compelled to marry against her will. The tone moves from political to personal. He loves God, but he is betrothed unto enemy. He seeks God's help to achieve the divorce from his sinful marriage and break free. Donne says that he cannot be wooed into salvation, but must be taken by force. Donne has put the world and the sensuous life completely behind him and was probing with anxiety for the right relationship with Eternal. The later sonnets display Donne's continuing love of wit and paradoxes, but also is a deepening concern about his relationship to God. He tempered the sardonic indifference of some of his earlier poetry with the submissiveness of faith. His vigorous intellect, wily imagery, and love of paradox characterizes his poetry. Now we have analyzed the poem as such. Now let us discuss the themes of the poem. So the most predominant theme is of religion. We have seen that the poet wants God to interfere in his threefold form, like the Father, Son and the Holy Spirit. The next theme is of love. The poet's wish for salvation is the fact that he loves God more than the usual spiritual level. He is interested in two-sided love, where he loves and is loved back. Yet another theme of this poem is sex. Sex is a metaphor the speaker uses for the way in which God might demonstrate love for the speaker. His relationship, like working, is through encounter of a sexual nature. Yet another theme is of violence. The poet wishes God to punish him, ravish his body in order to mend his sinful soul. And one more theme is warfare. He calls upon God to storm the walls and retake the invaded fortress. God should not deter from causing damage to the speaker in order to bring him to the path of salvation. With this, we have come to the end of the chapter. So we will be coming back with the other poems of Donne and also other genres that are prescribed for the syllabus. So thank you and keep watching.